Welcome. First unit, first lesson, and you have a video. How good is that? So when we do videos, you need to have your book out, you need to have a pencil, and you need to be following along. If you need to rewatch something, pause it, rewind. If you need to take notes on something, pause it, take those notes down. The video is for you to maneuver how you need to and answer the questions that are embedded in it. So if we look at warm-up 1.1, it's just which one doesn't belong. This can be anything that you want it to be. So you might say A, because the rays go in opposite directions. We have one that goes, up and right, one that goes down and left. You might have said the lines. You need to come up with a reason for B, C, or D. Write it in your book, but then also type it in your response as well. Activity 1.2, I'm really bummed you don't get to do this with your partner because you're going to be watching the video and doing it from there. So if we were to look at these pictures, I'm going to show them to you. We have that one. Oh, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting. We have this one, and we have this one. So in just a minute, I will show them to you again. Remember, we have different types of moves. You may have seen them, you might not have. We have when an object goes from here to here, and it just slid in that direction. That's sliding, or mathematically, it's called a translation. We have an image that goes from here to here. It was spun or rotated. So we have rotation. Or we have one that looks like this. And it is reflected. It is mirrored. It is the mathematical term is reflection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the cards again, and I'm going to describe one of the cards. So I would say from frame 1 to 2, it did something. From 2 to 3, it did something. From 3 to 4, from 4 to 5, from 5 to 6. Which card did I describe? I'm going to move my book, so hopefully we have more room. I'm going to go turn the lights off real quick. See if that will help with the glare. I think so. Alrighty. So, whoops. We have card A. I'm going to draw a bigger A so you can see that it's A. We have card B. And we have card C. So if I show you these, does this help at all? No. Okay, let's turn that off, I guess. Alrighty. All of the cards go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from frame 1, remember 1, 1, 1, they're all in the same spot, to 2, the image slid right. From 2 to 3, the image rotated So it's pointing right. From 3 to 4, the image slid back. From 4 to 5, the image slid up. And from 5 to 6, the image rotated to point up. Which card am I looking at? Next one. From card 1 to card 2, the image translated right. Remember, translate means to slide. From card 2 to card 3, the image rotated to point right. So it spun. From card 3 to card 3 to 4, the image slid up, or it translated up. From 4 to 5, the image moved backwards, or translated back. And from card 5 to card 6, it rotated, so it's pointing up, like the triangle is pointing up. These ones aren't up, these ones are up. Which card am I looking at? Last one that I'm going to describe. My image translated right. From 2 to 3, it rotated to point left. 3 to 4, translated to the left side of the card. From 4 to 5, translated up. And from card 5 to 6, it spun to point right. Spun to point up, sorry. So card 5 to 6 spun to point up. Which card am I looking at? So you've had time to look at all these, to answer all the questions. Let's go to our book again. On to our summary. So here are 2 ways for changing position of a figure in a plane without changing its shape or size. So sliding or shifting the figure without turning it. Shifting figure A to the right and up puts in position of figure B. So all the points went in the same direction to get to its new spot. This is called a translation. The other way to move on a plane is by turning or rotating a figure around a point, which would be right here. This is our point. Figure A is rotated around the bottom vertex to create figure C. This image is rotated clockwise. And they can either be clockwise, like to the right, the same way a clock moves, or counterclockwise. So clockwise goes the same way as a clock, counterclockwise goes backwards, the opposite way of a clock. Alrighty, on page 5 is our homework, and we're going to do that in the video. So question number 1. The 6 frames shows a shape's different position. Describe how the shape moves to get us from its position to the next position. So just like our cards we had when I explained them, we're going to do the same thing. So to go from card 1 to card 2. While our image was here, and now it's in the top corner. So it translated to the top corner. It slid. The terms in the book so far are sliding and rotating. But sliding is translating and rotating, or spinning is rotating, turning is rotating. So we slid up. Can't see that very well. From card 2 to card 3, it was here, and it turned counterclockwise. So 2 to 3, rotated counterclockwise. CCW means counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. From 3 to 4. So 3 was right here, and now it's down here. 3 to 4. It translated down and right. Oops, that's an L. Translated down and right. From 4 to 5. We were here, and now it's laying down. It rotated clockwise. CW is clockwise. We could say the amount of degrees we went from one to another. That's in a couple lessons, and we'll get there. And then from 5 to 6, the image was here, and it moved backwards, slid back, slid left, not lift, left. Question 2 is the same thing. Name the 5 frame. Man. These 5 frames show a shape's different position. Describe how the position moves to get from its position in each frame to the next. So, 1 to 2 was here, moved here. So it translated. Right. 2 to 3 was here, pointing up. Now it's pointing to the side. So we rotated clockwise. From 3 to 4, the image was here, and now it's down here. So translated down. This is an L, not a T. Down. And from 4 to 5, still in the same corner, but it's flipped the opposite way. So you can say rotated 180 degrees, or it is a reflection of itself. But the terms in our summary, we only had 2, and it was rotating and translating, or turning and sliding. So that's what we're going to do. Rotated 180 degrees, because it went from facing one way to the opposite way. So it was facing this way, and it rotated all the way to face that way, which is 180 degrees. Number 3. Diego started with this shape. Diego moves the shape down, turns it 90 degrees clockwise, then moves the shape to the right. Draw the location after each move. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we need 3 more boxes. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to use a pencil on this, so if I have to erase, I can erase. So he moves the shape down. So it starts here, it's going to be down here now. Remember, your shape doesn't have to be drawn perfectly the same, just close to it. Then he turns it 90 degrees clockwise. Remember, clockwise is going this way. So if my shape is this way, 90 degrees is a quarter of a turn. So 90 degrees is now facing this way. So we're going to make these points are now at the bottom. So I have my side. I have this, my long one. Kind of the shape. Then moves the shape to the right. Okay, so if it's here, it's going to move right. We're going to be over here. Yeah. And in some of the next couple lessons, we'll be getting patty paper. It's kind of like tracing paper, so we'll be able to trace one and move it from spot to show each move. But here's our 3 moves. Down, 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then moves the shape to the right. That is the end of this lesson. Make sure you follow along and then log back into Google Classroom and see if there's any other assignments to complete.